Happy Valentine's Day, folks, and welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the February 13, 2023 edition of Raw Talk, being hosted by Matt Camp, Jackie Redmond in the studio. They start out the show by recapping the main event that saw Bianca Belair beat Bayley and Becky Lynch. A lot of B's there to kind of not retain her spot in the chamber match, because she won't be in the chamber match, but to prevent Becky and Bayley from getting in the chamber match on Saturday. From there, they run down the biggest headlines from Monday's show, which I thought overall was a very good show. The third straight, to me, great Raw in a row. Or fourth, maybe? Fourth? Because I really liked Raw 30, so. I liked Raw 30. I liked the Raw after the Rumble. I liked last week's Raw, and I thought this week's Raw was great, too. So, Raw's been on a roll lately. Hopefully, they can keep it up coming out of Elimination Chamber as well. They recap the Piper Niven win over Michin. Piper Niven tells Kathy Kelly backstage that Candice LeRae will get what's coming to her, because we saw the tension tease between Candice and Niven last week, because Candice was the one who got pinned in that four-way to allow Carmella to get into that chamber match this weekend. And she also says that Michin made her choice. She stepped up for Candice. She fell to Piper Niven on Raw. And if you're not afraid of her already, you should be. They recap the six-woman tag team match that saw Asuka, Carmella, and Nikki Cross beat Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, and Natalya in six-woman tag team action. Although it was mostly Asuka that won the match. She even laid out her own partners and still won the match for her team. Matt Kemp says that Asuka is the obvious chamber favorite, and I wholeheartedly agree. Acknowledges her WrestleMania losses, though. And it is interesting, it got me thinking. Asuka, if she goes on to WrestleMania to challenge Bianca for the Raw Women's Championship, I feel like she kind of has to win. Bianca, if she beats Asuka, the only other person for her to really defend against would be Rhea, but Rhea's probably walking out of Mania, the new SmackDown Women's Champion. So if we're not getting Rhea and Bianca anytime soon, then Rhea, if she's going to become champion, Bianca should definitely be the one losing to Asuka and losing that championship to Asuka. Asuka should absolutely be the one to take that title from Bianca. Especially since, thinking about it now, like I said, Asuka I don't think has ever won at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure she's 0-4. Her first Mania, which was 34, she lost to Charlotte, obviously. 35, she was in the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal on the pre-show. She was expected to win that, and she did not. Carmella actually won that. WrestleMania 36, I think she and Kairi Sane lost the women's tag titles to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And then at WrestleMania 37, she lost the Raw Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley, and she wasn't at WrestleMania last year. She wasn't around for that show. So she's 0-4 at WrestleMania. I feel like she needs a win this year, and she will beat Bianca for that championship. They replay Bronson Reed's squash win over Mustafa Ali, which was great. Bronson Reed says backstage to Byron Saxton that destruction is coming to Montreal. 5 men. It's not like he's going to be trapped in the Elimination Chamber. 5 men will be trapped in the chamber with him. Matt Camp says in the studio that Bronson Reed knows he is made for that chamber matchup, and he has a pretty good chance of walking out the new United States champion. And I hope he does. I mean, I'm really good with anyone in that match winning that championship, but Bronson Reed is my personal favorite, if not Johnny Gargano. They recap the Street Profits match against Judgment Day, where Finn Balor and Damian Priest emerge victorious. Matt Camp says that Judgment Day are at their strongest right now. They replay the Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes segment, which was sensational, just fantastic television. I mean, these guys, Rhodes, Roman, Sami, Paul, just knock it out of the fucking park every week for the last couple of weeks. It's awesome. They recap the Cody Rhodes-Corbin quick match, where Rhodes beat Corbin in an impromptu match, which was much better than a formal match. I thought that was great. They preview Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. Matt Camp says that this is going to be a massively one-sided crowd in Montreal, and how it's going to be akin to, Montreal in Canadian Stampede, a Canadian Stampede 97, with that Hart Foundation main event. He compares it to Chicago Money in the Bank back in 2011. Which I, again, completely agree. That was one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time, if not my favorite pay-per-view of all time. They also hype the potential WrestleMania match. Will it be Roman or Sami Zayn facing Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? They replay the contract signing with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, making their match official for Elimination Chamber this coming Saturday. Bobby tells, I think, Kathy Kelly backstage, if not Byron, I forgot who it was. He says that Brock always gets whatever he wants, and thus he wanted to do things on his terms this time. He wanted the best Brock Lesnar at Elimination Chamber, which is why he wanted to get under his skin in this segment. And come Saturday, he wants it to be a straightforward matchup, no bullshit or whatever, and he promises to put Brock to sleep. In the studio, they preview the match. Matt Camp says that he likes Lashley playing mind games and he wants a final finish. It's the rubber match. listen, I want a Final Finish too, but I think it would make more sense to save that for Mania, because there's no way they blow this off before WrestleMania. They definitely have to have one more match at Mania with a stipulation, so I'm hoping for a no contest here or some sort of a fuck finish. I mean, I wouldn't even have someone get pinned or submitted or whatever. I would do like a no contest where they just beat the shit out of each other. I feel like that'd be sick to set up another match for Mania. So I would save the decisive finish for another time. And then to close out the show, they run down the Elimination Chamber card one more time and plug Mitra, Natalya, and Carmella for this week's bump episode. So that was Raw Talk for February 13th, 2023. Pretty straightforward episode, a go-home show of sorts before the pay-per-view on Saturday. I guess technically SmackDown Lowdown would be the go-home show, but I'm not watching that until after the pay-per-view. So my review of that will very likely not be up until like Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'll be in Montreal for the pay-per-view this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, decent stuff here from Raw Talk per usual. Thank you guys for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. I'm Graham G. Matthews. Have an awesome week, guys. Have a very happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate. If not, have a great Tuesday, and I'll catch your ass down the road.